Hi friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian, and I'm here once again with my friend Elwing to talk to you about some really great books that I think you might enjoy. So we're in the middle of August, right? Almost near the end of the summer. So because of that, I thought that this week I would talk about some really good feel-good books that you might enjoy. And I want to talk about feel-good books because I don't know about you, but I just love reading books like that in the summer. Books that just are warm, they give you a happy feeling, and they're just overall really fun books. So those are the type of books I'm going to talk about today. The first one is called 3 Times Lucky, and this is by Sheila Turnage. And it's for ages 10 and up. 3 Times Lucky. Now, this book is about a girl named Moses LeBeau, called Mo for short. Wow, that is a really fun name, don't you think? Mo. So she's looking forward to the summer and all the stuff that's going to come with the summer. Taking karate lessons, spending a lot of time with her friends, hanging out and helping out at the local cafe. But then a murder happens. And on top of that, a hurricane is on the way. So Mo and her friends have to try to find out what is going on, what happened with this murder, and what before it's too late, before this hurricane hits. This book is really, really fun. It's got mystery in it with this murder they're trying to solve. It's about friendship. It's about family and what family means. And it's also about being true to yourself. And it's just a really overall super fun book. And again, that is called 3 Times Lucky. The second book I would like to talk about is called Notorious. And that is by Gordon Korman. Now, if you haven't read anything by Gordon Korman, you are missing out because he is a magnificent author. Super funny. Everything he writes is just basically a gem. And this book is for ages 8 and up. And it's about a boy named Keenan who lives in this place called Center Light Island, which is basically this island that is split. Part of it is in the U.S. territory and part of it is in Canadian territory. And his neighbor is a girl named Zeeby, who is completely convinced that her dog has been murdered by somebody in the neighborhood. And she thinks this because her dog basically was notorious, like the title, for terrorizing everybody in the neighborhood. So she enlists Keenan to go help her. They're trying to solve this mystery, and when they're in the process of this, they stumble upon this conspiracy about the island that has to do with buried treasure and ghosts and gangsters. It's an amazing book, and it's also really, really funny. It has everything in it. It has friendship, it has ghosts, it has a mystery, it has dogs. It's fantastic, and just a really great book to read here at the end of the summer. And again, that is called Notorious. Lastly, this one I was saving the best for last. This one is called It Ain't So Awful Falafel. And that's by Feroza Dumas. Isn't that just the coolest title you've ever heard? It ain't so awful, falafel. I could just say that all day long. This book is for ages 10 and up. And it's about a young girl named Zamarad who calls herself Cindy. And she has just moved to California with her family. They have moved around a lot in the past few years. They are originally from Iran. And this book takes place in the 1970s. Which at that time there was a lot of things going on in Iran that made it appear in the newspapers in the U.S. a lot. There were a lot of protests, there were some hostages that were taken, so people in the United States were paying attention to Iran for reasons that sometimes were not so great during the 70s. So basically, Cindy is dealing with going to a new school and trying to fit in, and on top of that, because of all this tension in her home country, there are a lot of discrimination elements that her and her family face that she needs to deal with. And while that seems like a little bit of a heavy topic, this book is really fun and funny, and Cindy is just such a great character, and you really just grow to care for her and her family as you see her trying to fit in this new place, this new home in California. It's a really funny book. It's about family, it's about friendship, and it's absolutely hilarious. You're going to laugh out loud while you're reading it. And again, that's called It Ain't So Awful Falafel. So those are the books I have for you today. I hope that some of them sounded really great. If they did, please feel free to check them out at the Farmington Community Library. We do have them all available there. You can put a hold on them and then pick them up at our curbside service. Thanks so much, friends, and have a great week.